Welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 30th of March for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be really grateful if you did so now. Because of the illness I've had over the last 5 years, it does mean that I've got a little bit behind on YouTube, even though I've been on the channel for 10 years. Any subs give signals to YouTube to share my videos more. So much appreciate your help. Comments or likes welcome too. I do interact with everyone. This week begins in dramatic fashion with Mars, the planet of drive, moving into the sign of Aquarius, where it instantly connects with Saturn, and they're going to be side by side for the whole of this week. Mars is about action, and it's about our desire to show who we are as individuals, but in the sign of Aquarius, which is much more to do with community, and its conjunction with Saturn, I think this is an opportunity for us all to come together in some kind of a combined effort. And the obvious way that this can happen is going to be around the COVID-19 crisis. So I think we're getting more information coming in, and that's going to help some of the response to become more efficient and more urgent in some ways, but also more effective. But in a purely personal situation, Mars combining with Saturn in this area is a great opportunity to think about our longer term futures. And if we can work hard, but also work hard for the good of others as well as ourselves, then that's a good signal that we can gain from this combination. But in a more romantic context, as Venus in the first half of this week forges its continuing superb link with Pluto and also Jupiter, there could be a good news story developing for some people when it comes to their love life or social situation. But when Venus, Jupiter and Pluto are together in this positive way in Earth signs, as they are in Taurus with Venus and Jupiter and Pluto in Capricorn, it's a time for tangible progress. And yet in the second half of this week, as Neptune is joined by Mercury, as Mercury speeds up after its recent retrograde, there could be the potential for some blurry communications, for things not to be quite so clear. So if you do encounter someone that you really like, and they're making your pulse race all the quicker, just let the relationship go at its own pace. I wouldn't be in too much of a hurry to work out how you really feel. Just enjoy the moment. And generally, for all of us, if we are sending emails or letters or talking about contracts or having important discussions, we just need to be aware that Neptune can diminish the clarity of Mercury, particularly Mercury in Pisces, where it's not at its best. So there is the potential to read information wrong, to lack comprehension in some of our communications. But I think generally this combination between Mars and Saturn is very positive, and the Sun's journey through the sign of Aries is asking us to keep initiating new ways of approaching things. But on Wednesday we do have a quarter moon in the tender sign of Cancer, and this just suggests that any new initiatives we take, or if we're planning those longer term plans, it needs to be right for us at a more emotional level. So sometimes we can do things because we have desire, because we have ambition, but they're not necessarily things that suit us at a more personal level at that particular juncture. And it is possible that someone close to us could be a little bit of a wet blanket when it comes to a new idea, a new initiative, or enthusiasm that we're putting into a situation. So we just need to be aware that there could be a bit of push and pull between loved ones and our personal desires in the second half of this week. Your specific forecast, Aquarius, sees Mars arrive in your sign on Monday for a 6-week duration. This can really fire you up. Most of all, it can be an end of a time when you may have felt very low in energy, perhaps even burnt out, or found yourself preoccupied with past issues that are yet to be fully laid to rest. Mars moving into your sign is going to put you into action mode. It also combines with Saturn for this whole week. So if there is something that's really important to you that you want to put your total focus and energies in, this combination will really help you to do it. But it does mean you will need to concentrate. Now in the second half of this week, Mercury is combining with Neptune in your sector of resources. Don't be too quick to part with cash on the back of this. And yet, ironically, because Venus is in the part of your situation to do with home and emotions and linking with Jupiter and Pluto, something you have been working on patiently behind the scenes can actually give you some kind of dividend or sense of well-being. And it could be around your home, it could be around an emotional connection with someone in your family, or even a romantic partner that you're close to. However, the quarter moon, which occurs on Wednesday, just suggests that there are only so many hours in this week, Aquarius, so the trick is going to be in prioritizing what you're going to do. Because if you spread yourself too thin with this particular quarter moon, you could end up this week feeling a little bit tired and perhaps even stressed out. So do narrow your focus and stick to your plan. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you so much for joining me. If you'd like to subscribe to my monthly astrology magazine and regular astrology updates, or also your daily free horoscope, please see the link beneath this video. You can also order your 12-month personal horoscope and also your character analysis based on your time, date and place of birth, and get a 30% discount. Or you can choose to have a one-to-one consultation with me. Again, please see underneath this video in the links.